The Curse of the Crying Boy painting, United Kingdom. In a small, quaint town nestled deep within the countryside, there existed a peculiar painting that held a sinister secret. This is the story of the Curse of the Crying Boy painting, a haunting tale that unfolded in the lives of three unsuspecting teenagers, forever changing their perception of art and unleashing a malevolent force they could never have anticipated. It all began on a rainy autumn day when Sarah, David, and Emma stumbled upon an old antique shop during their weekend escapade. Intrigued by the mystique of the place, they decided to venture inside, unaware of the horrors that awaited them within its dimly lit interior. As they perused the dusty shelves, their eyes fell upon a forlorn painting, a portrait of a young boy with teary eyes, a haunting expression of sadness etched upon his face. The shopkeeper informed them that it was known as the Crying Boy painting and that it was said to be cursed, bringing misfortune and tragedy to those who possessed it. Intrigued yet dismissive of the supernatural claims, the teenagers purchased the painting, considering it an intriguing conversation piece to hang in their shared living room. Little did they know that their seemingly innocent acquisition would soon become a vessel for unimaginable terror. As the days turned into weeks, a strange series of events began to unfold. The atmosphere in their once cheerful abode grew heavy with an inexplicable sense of unease. Unsettling whispers seemed to echo through the halls at night, and chilling drafts caressed their skin even on the warmest of days. The Crying Boy painting had woven its curse into the very fabric of their lives. Night after night, Sarah was plagued by nightmares, visions of the crying boy beckoning to her, his tears turning to blood as he reached out with spectral hands. Sleep became a fleeting luxury, replaced by a perpetual state of fear and exhaustion. David, normally the embodiment of rationality, found himself succumbing to fits of unexplained anger and despair. His once bright demeanor was overshadowed by a growing darkness that seemed to emanate from the cursed painting. Emma, the most sensitive of the three, felt a constant presence lurking just beyond her peripheral vision. She heard faint whispers and sobs, the sound of a boy's desperate cries that echoed through the night. The painting seemed to follow her, its eyes tracking her every movement. Desperate to rid themselves of the curse, the teenagers embarked on a quest to uncover the origins of the Crying Boy painting. They delved into local folklore, poring over dusty books and consulting wise elders who held knowledge of ancient curses. Their search led them to a forgotten mansion on the outskirts of town, an abandoned residence that had once belonged to a grieving artist named Jonathan Hartley. Legend had it that Jonathan had painted the Crying Boy portrait after the tragic death of his only son. Blaming himself for the boy's demise, he poured his anguish and guilt onto the canvas, unwittingly creating a conduit for his sorrow and a vessel for the curse that would haunt all who possessed the painting. In a dusty attic room of the mansion, the teenagers uncovered a hidden diary belonging to Jonathan Hartley. Its yellowed pages revealed a tale of anguish and regret, a confession of a man consumed by grief and a desperate attempt to free his son's tormented soul. The diary spoke of a ritual, a binding spell that, if performed correctly, could sever the connection between the painting and the trapped spirit within. Filled with a newfound determination, the teenagers gathered the necessary materials and set out to break the curse once and for all. Under the pale moonlight, they lit candles and chanted incantations, their voices blending with the night wind. The air crackled with energy as they traced intricate symbols upon the painting, pouring their collective will into the ritual. The crying boy's tears turned to ash as the curse was broken, the trapped soul released from its eternal torment. Exhausted but relieved, the teenagers returned home, the crying boy painting now devoid of its malevolent power. The once haunted house felt lighter, the shadows less foreboding. It seemed that they had finally triumphed over the curse that had plagued them for so long. But as they stood before the now empty frame, a chilling realization washed over them: the crying boy's spirit was free, but another painting now held his tortured essence. They had unknowingly passed the curse onto an unsuspecting buyer, perpetuating the cycle of terror and suffering. Bound by guilt and remorse, the teenagers vowed to break the curse once and for all. They would search for the new owner, warn them of the painting's malevolence, and assist in performing the ritual to sever the connection between the trapped spirit and its vessel. And so, dear listeners, let this tale be a cautionary reminder of the dangers that lie within seemingly innocuous objects. Be wary of the art that captures your gaze, for within brushstrokes and pigments, there may lie a darkness that yearns to be set free, unleashing a curse that will haunt the lives of those who possess it. We hope that you enjoyed this spooky tale, and we'll see you again in the next haunting.